These vibrato exercises are intended for the student that can already create the vibrato motion on most or all of their fingers and apply it in music. These are going to give you greater rhythmic control, which will allow you to vary the style of vibrato with different types of music in your musical future. It's great for advancing students just to help them enhance the skills they already have. If you commit to doing these exercises every day for a week, even the advanced student is going to start to notice a difference in their vibrato. So now we're going to work for rhythmic control. And I've got 3 different rhythms printed on the board. We're just going to deal with the top line for now. We've got one of the notes when your hand is closer to the bridge, and the other note representing the shape of your hand when it is closer to the scroll. Now the reason I made the note that is towards the bridge physically higher on the chart is because it sounds higher when we're pivoting towards the bridge. Okay, so if I say higher and lower, that is having to do with the sound, not the location physically on the instrument. So we're going to pivot towards the bridge to start. And all we want to do is try to have a very consistent change representing quarter notes. 3, 4, bridge side. Bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, switch to down bow. 1, 2, 3, switch to up bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. That speed kind of sounds like a vacuum. I would do the quarter note on each finger before going into the 8th note. So let's go to our 2nd finger and try quarter notes now. Move your pivot of the vibrato towards the bridge. 3, 4. Switch to down bow. 1, 2, 3. Switch to up bow here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to 3rd finger. Again, set it towards the bridge. 3, 4. Bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll. One more time. Scroll, bridge, scroll, up bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay if your finger doesn't stay on the tape the whole time, because what we're practicing right now is that vibrato motion. Okay, here comes pinky. We're going to try to keep these fingers elongated and relaxed. Move your pivot towards the bridge. Keep that elbow up. 3, 4. Down bow again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember again, since the pinky is so narrow, there's not as much of a pitch change. Now we're going to work on transitioning from the 1st line to the 2nd line. Now since we're making this rhythmic change, we're not going to take the repeat at the end of the 1st line. Okay, so remember we're pivoting from towards the bridge, back towards the scroll, and we're trying to be very precise about that rhythm. It's going to sound a little mechanical, but this is just practicing control of speed. So get set up towards the bridge. 3, 4. Bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll. 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Don't worry about your quality of sound. It's not always going to be beautiful. We're really practicing the motion of the hand, and we're just using the sound to help us keep track of the rhythm. Now we're going to work transitioning from the quarter note speed to the 8th note speed. And we want to try and be as precise as possible with the change of the speed, doing a 4-count down bow, 4-count up bow. You can follow the bowings that are marked. So we're going to play the 1st line, take that repeat, and then we're going to go into the 2nd line and take that repeat, and then we're going to stop and just assess how things went. So again, you're setting up your 1st finger on the D string, you're pivoting towards the bridge to start. You've got your bow at the frog. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Up bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 into eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're going to be on the F sharp with third finger basses. You remember what we did before? You can shift up to third finger, pivot towards the bridge, make sure your elbow is elevated and that your shoulder is relaxed. 3, 4. Up bow, 2, 3, eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, back to quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, bridge, scroll, eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, up bow, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it doesn't always sound pretty. Don't worry about that. We're practicing the motion. Yes, your shoulder is going to get tired. Don't forget to practice your pinky even though you don't like it. So set it up so you're pivoting towards the bridge. Maybe drop that thumb down a little farther to give it support. If you need to, brace your third finger next to your pinky. 3, 4. Bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll. Eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, practicing these rhythms can really help you gain control and have the most beautiful vibrato as we go on. At this point, your vibrato motion should feel pretty comfortable and you're well in control and can switch from quarter notes to eighth notes. So we're going to add the third layer of triplets. Now, when you're thinking about triplets, I like to count it 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4, so we know which count of the measure we're on. Now notice the first note of the first triplet is up higher towards the bridge. The second triplet starts down lower towards the scroll. So that's going to feel a little awkward. So we're going to start one time on each line, going into the next. You're going to pick your favorite finger. Don't worry if we all match with the note we're picking. Make it lean towards the bridge. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here's eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Here comes triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And you should try this on each finger. Then you can just go into a vibrato, but try to make sure your hand is really relaxed. Only pressing firmly enough to create the pitch of the note you need, not pressing so firmly that you can't do anything with that finger. Just make sure to keep it really relaxed.